Hello everybody, this is Bench85. Welcome back to the last episode of FS19 Ultra Realism, where we are going to be finishing everything up. I know it's only winter, we're going to go all the way to the summer, but it's going to be a very accelerated pace here. We're getting lots of money. It's day one of winter, which means the canola is at its highest price, so it's time to sell it. 128,000 there, plus we're going to get a little bit more. If I finish selling the canola and sell the milk, I think we're going to be pretty close to $1 million already. I feel like instead of like trying to... Oh, I hate that there's a little glitch there in the sidewalk. The jack... Oh, there's another one right there. See, there's something on the trailer that catches it. Right there. It's really hard once you get stuck. There we go. Okay, watch out for the pole. Let's go straight. What was I saying? Oh, instead of like buying the fields and trying to see if we can buy the entire map like we've done in the past, I'm just gonna let the money accumulate and see what we end up with when it's all said and done. I think that would be kind of cool. So that's where I am on things. As far as cows go, we've been having lots of baby calves. We are filling up the third barn quickly. We've almost got 400 animals in there. So when we get up to like 400 or 500 in there, we're just gonna have to start selling calves off because we can't keep any more of them basically. That's what we're gonna have to do. We may end up selling a bunch of those off anyways. We'll see. Actually, when it's all said and done, we might sell like all the cows off and then use that money to try to buy more of the map. I don't know. I haven't decided how I want to do this yet. But regardless, we've got like 2 seasons to get through here. And it's going to be a lot of me feeding animals and a lot of accelerating at 120% or 120 times speed. I'm just kind of waiting it out. If you figure, it takes what? 120 speed. It's every 30 seconds is an hour. So if you want to go, well, let's say 12 hours, that's 6 minutes to get through. So it's 6 minutes per day, plus then I skip the night. So, not counting feeding the animals at all, that is 48, right? 6 times 12, no, 72 minutes, that's an hour's worth of time. Because it's 5 days just for half an hour. It takes a while. There's not going to be much left here, so don't have a lot to sell. There we go. So that's all the canola to sell. Soybeans are where the money's going to be made, but we won't get to those until next summer. It's when those go for the highest price. So, yeah, I'm going to keep chugging along here, and I guess the next time I come back will be when we're selling some more cash crops. I think in just like 4 days or something like that. So I'll see you guys in 4 days. Well, welcome to 4 days ahead. It's midwinter. The sound engine apparently is confused because it thinks it's raining. It does have the crunch of the snow though. The snow disappeared, or it disappeared, and now it's back. It definitely still sounds like it's raining. I'm not sure why. It's time to sell the corn. But before I do that, watch this. 319,000 here. We're over $1 million. Over here's the fun one though. I'll check on this guy anyways. He's out of silage. So they're both out of silage right now. But I think they got plenty of food right now. Yeah, look at this. Watch this. 683,000. Just like that, we're almost at 2 million. Let me just double check here. 121,000, 165, 115. All right, we're good. Yep, it is time for me to sell the corn. Hopefully it stops, sounding like it's raining at some point here. There's a great demand right now for soybeans, but it's only like $2,300 and top price is like $35 or somewhere around there, so it's definitely not worth it to sell it. And because it's midwinter, it went into the next stage, which means all the crops withered that were not in the correct stage, which means all of our canola withered. I was hoping because it was in that mid stage, it'd be like, maybe. Because if you look at the chart, it shows young, that's got high tolerance to cold, and mature, it's got low tolerance to cold. So I thought, well, maybe middle means it's got like medium tolerance and it might survive. It looks like, well, the ground is at like 32, so it's not considered frozen yet. But, it is what it is. Not a big deal. Well, I'm gonna sell a bunch of corn. Watch this wagon slip around in the snowy world. Totally missed the auger because of it. There we go. 274. That's gonna take me 5 trips. That's gonna take a while. But we'll see how things go here. I'll have to let you know how much we made, I suppose, when I'm all done shipping this stuff. Alright, so I know what you're thinking, Benji. The sunflowers were slated for the end of winter, like beginning of spring. And you would be 100% right, at least for a sell point. However, get this guy going here, down this hill. Apparently it's still raining. The sound engine is bugged still. There is a really awesome, great demand for sunflowers right now at $2,700 per 1,000 units. What's so cool about it is about the highest that it gets on its own is about 2,400. So we are making bank if we can get it to this great demand. My downside is it's not easy to get there because you have to go up this really steep hill, and with there being snow on the ground, I'm not sure if we can get there, but we're gonna try. And if we can't, we gotta turn around and we'll just wait and hope for the best. So the other things I figured out, I mentioned about the corn before. We got just over $400,000 on the corn, just barely. So that was a pretty good haul for that. Milk I haven't sold since the last time we sold, but I was double checking. So the barn that we had established, the very first one, I worked it out. There's about 55,000 units of milk produced in a 24-hour period on average. The other one's making about half that, but that's because there haven't been that many calves yet. So the entire herd hasn't processed through yet. Going through. So it will get to that point. So if you figure that, there's about 110,000 units of milk every 24 hours. And it's a little over $2,000 per unit generally for milk. So roughly about $250,000 every day. So that means every little slot, because early winter, midwinter, late winter, all that good stuff, it's about 4 days worth, right? Yeah, see, we got a little bit of slippage right now. You can do it, buddy. We just got to get up this hill. Hey, look, you can see the canola that we planted on the right that withered. Yeah, we're gonna make it. Sweet. So it's about $250,000 per day. So that's $1 million per unit. and there's 3 units per season, so that's 3 million, and there's 4 seasons, so roughly $12 million a year in milk. I mean, it's obviously a lot of upkeep to get it there. There's a lot of forages you have to take off. There's a lot of corn silage, there's a lot of straw, there's a lot of hay. I mean, it's a lot of work, but you can make 12 million a year on this version, basically, and that's not including any of the crops that you could harvest as such, like I'm doing now. Still a great demand, right? Okay, just checking. Just checking. So, you can make a pretty good amount of money. $163,000 per wagon. And there's another whole one to go, so that's 326. And then there's a little bit more beyond that, so we could have probably like $350,000 in just sunflowers. And we didn't have that many sunflowers to take off. So, I think we're sitting pretty good with that. So I'm going to try to get the last 2 loads here before the great demand ends, and then I'm going to keep going through winter. We'll see what happens. Whoops, pause it for a moment there. Well, welcome to spring. The snow is officially gone. It snowed quite a bit. I don't know if you caught it, but it just said great demand at the dairy shop, which means it's like $3,000 per unit, and we've got, yeah, 3,000. We've got a lot of money. 600,000 there. This side's gonna have a little bit more. Got everything running. Feed is going well. We've got one silo empty. The other one is, this one's like 3/4 full. That one's still full, so we're doing good there. What does this one have? 700? Oh, there we go. Look at that. We're up to 5 million almost. Oh, that's awesome. The other downside, oh, this guy's got a hay. I am full, completely full on cattle in our secondary barn. So I've been having to come into here. Is there any at the top? No. And basically, anything that's born has to get sold right away. And it's like 300 bucks per animal, so nothing too crazy. So it was like $9,000 there. Gotta go to the other one, sell those, all that good stuff. We got a lot of money though. We got a lot of money. Hay's like, we got like a half full hay bunk. Straw's a little fuller than that. It's not too bad. Honestly, I'm not sure what's gonna happen once we start running out of bales though. Well, we'll just have to start buying in bales to keep it going, basically. How are we doing here? Water's almost full. I'll be able to go into the next day now, and everything will be pretty solid here. Let's see. All we have left is soybeans, right? And that's fourth or fifth day of summer. So I have to get through all of spring before we get to that point. So I'm gonna keep. I want to use the money. I want to buy fields, but at the same time, I just kind of want to see what happens as we keep. I want to see how much we get. That's what it comes down to. So prepare to sleep for another night, I think. Well, it looks like I get to end the series a little bit earlier than I was expecting to. If you remember, looking through our stuff, line this guy up for the hill. Looking at animal stuff. Soybeans. About 3,700 is the highest point on day 5 of summer. It is late spring. You might be asking, why would I be doing that? Well, if you look here, not there. If you look here, we just hit a great demand for soybeans. $4,500 per 1,000 units. Of course, it's the worst one to get to because it's the one way up on the hill, but even so, $800 per 1,000 units. 800, yeah, $800. So that times almost 60. I mean, you're looking at what, 48,000? Yeah. So almost $50,000 more per load, if I did my math correct. If I didn't, you can let me know that I did it wrong, but it don't really matter to me at this point. So I'm curious to see how much one load is. If my math is correct, somewhere around $275,000. We've got over 4 loads, which means we're gonna have well over $1 million in just soybeans to sell. Now, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna hit 10 million. Like, that was my goal as I was going through all this time here. Like, looking at it, the numbers go higher. I mean, we're above 7 now. Like, can we get to 10 million? That would be really cool. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I could. If I were to go to day 5 of summer and sell them then, obviously I wouldn't get as much for it, but we'd also have the milk coming in. Watch out, person who's walking across the street and didn't look both ways. Oh, now I almost ran into the pole because I was trying to miss her. Of course, if I wanted to, I could start buying fields here and start harvesting them and selling them, but I wouldn't make 10 million there either, because obviously you wouldn't get as much back with how much you're buying the fields for. Nice, good looking canola. Almost dead. Horrible looking. Well, it is dead. Withered. Oh boy. Can you make it up the hill? I feel like you're past the steepest part, right? Maybe? Yeah, it's going up very slowly. Oh, there's 2 miles an hour. So, we're going to see how much this one is. And then I'm going to go and start running loads, because this is going to obviously take a while, because I have to keep going up and down this hill and back and forth and all over the place. So I'll have to come back one more time to let you know just how much we made. And probably sell the milk. And then probably wrap up this series. And I'll show you guys where we were on feed, how well we planned ahead for the future. Good for the heck of it, maybe we'll buy some land. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of neat seeing the bank account that high, though. Alright, go on this side. The scale. 174,000 pounds, probably. That's hefty. Here we go. Numbers go up really fast. That's 200,000. $268. So a little short of 270. That was close. Well, I've got like 4 more runs to go, so if I see you guys after that, might be tomorrow. I might just go through the night, and then tomorrow we'll meet up and talk about milk and feed and all that good stuff. Well, here we are, first day of summer. It's a beautiful sunny day, and it is the last day we are going to spend in this world. I know that might sound sad, but it is what it is. So let's do a check on what we have in our silos here. First one is all empty, which I think I told you guys that already. Second one, all empty. Kind of expected that. Third one, got 470 in chaff and then full on silage, so it just barely started getting used. And then on top of that, I never touched any of the bales for silage, so We probably have enough to go all the way until it'd be what, late summer where you start chopping. Probably just with that silo. So 3 silos was plenty. I will say though, if you check, we've got 2.7, 2.6, so about 2.7 on each one. That's 5.4. This guy is almost up to that, so that's almost 7.5 million units of feed. We planned for 7. Obviously, we had silage extra here if we needed to. Bales, we're half full on straw bales, so we're doing plenty on that. 210 is half, so we actually are a little more than that. Hay, we're down to 124 bales, so just over a quarter. But when you think about it, it's early summer, and we would have been taking hay bales off in spring already. So that's not a big deal. We were fine on that part. Let's see here. We've got some milk we can sell here. Oh, we're going to have enough to get to 9 million. It's not 10, but still pretty cool. Let's see here. This guy is still processing. Actually, I don't know why he's processing, because he technically doesn't have any hay left. So we'll do this guy here. Look at that, 9.1 million. That's awesome. So just for the heck of it, if we go in here, when we go here, so in reality, other than like this big stuff here, you know, this one would be beneficial. So we'd probably buy that one. We're gonna do it. We're gonna buy a bunch. That one's worth 500,000. So that's all of that. This would get us the pig farm. And then up here, I mean, we would probably take this set here. We've got this little bit here, which includes not much for land, actually. Get this little field here. These little fields here. This little pasture land here. Got these two. We're still at 7 million. We've only spent 2. We obviously got to buy that one, right? And then we got to buy these 2. Those are both hay fields. We've got the tiny little hay field here. We got tiny little hay field here. We got this upper field here, which we never really did anything along. We've obviously got these 2, which are kind of, you know, mixed up in our little spot there. So that's just about everything here. All right, let's keep going. Got this one. Got this one. Got this one. These are getting to be a little more pricey. Ooh, we're down to 4.3. We've spent half of it already. Can we get it all? No, I don't think so, because the big field's going to be too much, I think. That one's worth almost half. We've got this guy here, which is worth 200,000. This guy is worth 1 million. Oh, we can buy it. Look at that. So therefore, we've got a little bit of this land here. Got a little bit of land up here. And we got this piece of land right here. Have we officially... Oh, wait, what about this? Oh, we got 32,000 there. Oh, and we got a tiny little pad there. We have officially bought... Oh, wait. Oh, we got a 9,000 piece of land there. Is that everything? We've officially bought the entire map. We own the entire map. I didn't think we were going to be able to do it. And we still have almost $500,000. That is impressive. So the map is entirely ours. Which also means we've got a lot of fields to harvest. No, I'm just kidding. We are definitely not harvesting all that. We are done on this map. I thoroughly enjoyed this idea of trying to keep it a little more realistic. Obviously, I got angry when the tractor would get stuck more easily because he couldn't pull as well as I hoped. I like doing the logging. Um, Honestly, for like realistic purposes, I did like in the beginning when money was tough, but at the same time, it was hard to actually do a let's play. Like, I said at that time, we would have probably thousands of hours into this game trying to get anywhere near where we did. And to be able to like ramp this up and basically say, hey, look at, we've got, you know, oh look, we've got a pig enclosure now. Um, we've got 800, 1,300 animals, and we're selling constantly because we have too many animals. I mean, that's downright awesome. I know we didn't get to 2,000 like we originally talked about, but when we started running the numbers on feed, it would have been very tough to do. Very tough to do, especially on my own. If I had, help, or I had people that were helping me on this, had a multiplayer map, then it wouldn't be a problem, because then we could be having 2 choppers going at once and stuff like that. But, when you're chopping, you need the chopper running, and then I have to haul loads, and then it just sits there. Even just having a second person to haul loads, you get loads twice as fast, right? Because by the time I get back here and dump it, somebody else could have been full already, and then coming back, and we could just keep swapping. So there is that aspect to it. I've thoroughly enjoyed playing Farming Simulator 19, and I am beyond excited to get into FS22 because there's so many cool new features. There's so many things that mold the game in a way that I was hoping I could make 19 do with mods, and yet it's in the base game. So I'm really excited for where we're going to take that. But obviously I can't play it until we upgrade the machine, so hopefully in this next week or so, or maybe by the time this video is released, maybe I'll have started working on it. I'm not upgrading too much. Most of the computer is sort of pretty rock solid, but I'm putting a new motherboard so I can run a new processor. I'm going to be running the new AM9 series, Ryzen 5900X, which is a pretty kick-butt processor. I think that's what it's listed as. And then some new memory. I'm going up to like DDR4 memory now, or 4, because 5 is hard to come by. It's expensive. And then I'm putting a new hard drive in for my operating system, because that one's been running for a very long time. And I got like a little 200 gig drive, and I got a high speed, bigger capacity drive that I'm putting into it. And then from there, Windows 10 on it and get her rocking. The nice part about that is because I'm replacing the operating system drive, I can save the other one, and then I don't have to back anything up, because technically everything is still saved on. So I have my recording drive and then my finished videos drive, and then I had some games and stuff like my Steam folders on one of those, which it'll get pulled off now because I'll have enough space on my operating system drive. So I think it'll work out really nice. I'm excited for it. The wind is really blowing right now. It must be pretty windy right now. 7.4, yeah, a little bit. Great drying weather for hay. And we've got so much hay over here that could be getting baled, but we're not doing it. But with that, I think it's time to sign off from this this episode, this game, this series. It's been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me as much as I enjoyed playing this game. And we'll see where things go in the future. So with that, thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, as always, take it easy.